Let us test your knowledge. Using the contribution margin per unit approach to calculate break-even in units. The contribution margin represents the portion of revenues which are available to cover fixed costs. It is calculated as follows. Sales revenue minus variable costs equals contribution margin. The contribution margin can be expressed on a per unit basis. Sales price per unit minus variable cost per unit equals contribution margin per unit. Since the contribution margin per unit represents the amount that the sale of an individual unit contributes to covering fixed costs, it provides an easy way to calculate the number of units necessary to break even. For example, consider an item with a unit sales price of $1.50 and a variable cost per unit of $1. The unit contribution margin is 50 cents per unit. $1.50 minus $1. If fixed costs are $5,000, then we know that we have to sell 10,000 units in order to cover fixed costs and break even. $5,000 divided by 50 cents. The following formula expresses this relationship. Break-even point in units equals total fixed costs divided by contribution margin per unit. Now here's a question. Marks Incorporation posted sales of $2 million on a sales volume of 50,000 units. Total costs were $1.7 million, of which $800,000 were fixed costs. What is the break-even point in units? The answer? The sales price per unit, which is 40, minus the variable cost per unit, which is 18, equals 22. Therefore, the contribution margin per unit is $22. And for the break-even point in units, using the formula in the example, 800,000 divided by 22 equals 36,364. Therefore, the break-even point in units is 36,364 units. Good job, mate! Insights Financial Review Services. Go with the leader, stay with the winner.